Hi, I'm RJ Lomas, and principal of St. Mary's School, and I want to welcome you to our safe school. For a principal, my priority is safety. It's my number one priority over everything else, curriculum, everything. To me, it's more than just a legal obligation. People are entrusting me to their most highly valued possession, right? Their children. And when you read and hear about what's going on in the news across the country especially, it raises your anxiety. I mean, you really feel a heightened sense of concern. And the SmartBoot system, to me, greatly reduces that. And it's logical, it's streamlined, the approach to it, to any external threat, any internal threat. You practice it, right? And so the students are trained and they know it. And teachers know it and they're comfortable with it. And it makes sense. And, you know, let me tell you, we've had substitutes come in here and I did not warn them about some of the drills we've had. And it was amazing to me to witness what happened. So when we did have the drill, the alarm went off, the students knew exactly what to do. And they were respectful and responded like they were trained. They'd pick up the boot, shut the door, shut off the lights, politely, you know, and respectfully explain to the substitute what we do next. And boy, that was remarkable to witness. And we're talking about first and second graders in this school. So to me, it's been pretty amazing. You know, from a parent's perspective, I mean, they want some fundamental questions asked. One would be, are my kids safe when I drop them off in the morning? Is there a plan? Do they have single point of entry? And is it regulated? Is it monitored? And the answer to those questions here is yes, because of the SmartBoot system. In 30 seconds or less, no matter where a child is in the building, in the classroom, or walking to the lavatories, or on the way to another class, we can be in a lockdown situation where our kids are secured and safe. We did an initial pre-announced drill, and when we went around to each classroom, the students asked a lot of questions. They seemed to kind of understand why it was important. And so I wouldn't say that they go around talking about it much, but there's this sense that they certainly understand it, that they having been through the initial drill and having a chance to ask questions, they are very supportive and receptive to it. And so their attitude towards it is good, and that is evidenced by the drills. That was actually fun. It turned out to be very different than I thought. The kids had a good time. They were open and receptive to it. You know, when we announced that we were going to be doing a drill, that certainly got their attention. But they asked a lot of questions. We had to kind of cater to the age appropriateness of each level. The conversation for the 5th and 6th was very different than the PK and K. But it was recommended by the LockOut company that we use a little jingle to the theme Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. And that was very helpful at that age. So we turned it into a little song that they sang, and the kids really took to it. And it trained them on what we do for the drill. So it was perfect, and we had a lot of fun with it. I would say the environment is kind of like a quiet confidence. While the students don't go around talking about it all the time, we've drilled enough so that it's not intimidating at all. The kids are trained. They know we have a plan, both the students and the teachers, and they know what to do at any given moment and location or time in the school building. we aim for and have been doing once a month. That's what the LockOut Company staff told us or recommended that we should do. I live by the tenet of the 5 Ps. Proper preparation prevents poor performance, and if you skill and drill, then the kids know what to do, and that is the result we've had. So we do once a month minimum. We have a wonderful team. I mean, they guided us every step along the way. Turned out to be even more thorough than I anticipated, from the training process to discussing where we want the boots to go, the various locations where we wanted students to go depending on where they were in the building. Because let's remember, students are in transition a lot too, going from one class to the next. Sometimes they're by themselves, heading down to the office or to the laboratory. So we wanted every circumstance to be covered, and they did. They helped us go through the checklist and prepare, so the staff was wonderful. The number one concern, going back to my first question, is just safety. That's our priority. That's my concern. Show me a better system at dealing with the growing threat of the potential for violence or an unwanted intruder in your school. For me, I can sleep better knowing I'm responsible. I did my best to prepare that I could, because this can affect any school system. Doesn't matter where you are, as we've seen across the country. I don't want to have regrets after the fact, especially for not implementing the best system I could to protect our families and our community.